Hey everybody, welcome to the 10-minute daily reality check. Today I've got a reality that we need to really talk about. First, I need to just talk about something that's in the news right now, which I can't believe. I really can't believe, but I can tell you something. As you know, I believe people are misusing social media for their own, what I call me. Everybody's looking to be validated, everybody's looking to show their story, and everybody's looking to go and be more outrageous than the rest. But what happened in Thailand, if you haven't known, the man who killed his child on Facebook Live before taking his own life has taken social media and my story in Facebook Live to all new heights. And the thing that I don't really respect here, okay, is the fact that Facebook is doing this corporate stance and other people are doing this corporate stance. But in reality, when you put something out there in a society where people are driven by having to be recognized, this was coming. This was not going to be stopped. You can't stop this because people want to be seen. There are people that are hurting in this world right now, and there are people that will take the negative over the positive every single day. And that's what this show is all about. We're calling this the polarity of social media. I've got two wonderful guests that I just met, but we got involved in this great conversation, exposing some sides of me that I don't really expose, so we might expose them, we may not. That's a spoiler alert. But anyway, I got Britt and Tara. Tell me the name of your company again. It's a yoga company.
Yeah,
great
it's high vibe living.
Mm-hmm. High vibe. How did that come about?
So we're all about high vibrations, and it kind of came about through our own spiritual journeys and seeking out spirituality. And I found Kundalini yoga, Tara found astrology, and it basically just was a domino effect from there as far as bringing spiritual things and high vibrational practices into our life.
Right. And I mean, it started with just one thing. It was one thing for Britt, it was one thing for me, and it really snowballed. And it snowballed over the years. And it really turned into high vibe living because it was like oozing out. You couldn't even just keep it in anymore.
So now it's really a lifestyle that we live and that we share with others.
I like that. And it is a lifestyle. Now, I never asked you off when we were talking off mic. When's your birthday?
September 26th.
Oh, so you're a Libra.
Mm-hmm.
I do well. Libras are great, nice and balanced.
Yeah.
They're good for like the emotional cancer, you know?
They
and
are.
It's really wonderful because that's why you guys are good partnership because the cancer is like, ooh, shiny object syndrome. You know? It's like, right? It's like, oh my God, I'm going to chase that emotion right now. It's almost like an emotional field of flowers, and that's what cancers do there. Do you smell that? And Libra goes, not really. And the Cancer goes, it smells like an emotion. I'm going to go find it right now. Ooh, wait, I touched it. It burned me. And then the Cancer goes into the shell because they touched this emotion that did not feel good. And the Libra's more like, don't worry, you'll be okay. Yes. Come on out of the dark, Carol Ann. Remember that in Poltergeist, right? Come into the light, Carol Ann. So stay out of the television, Carol Ann. So it is something. So that's an interesting balance and an interesting combo. So let's talk about the polarity of social media because I'm finding people are abusing social media. I mean, to have somebody kill their 11-month-old kid on Facebook Live, we don't need to talk about the gruesome details because we said something that was really interesting off mic, was when you fill your mind with the negative stuff that's going on, the negative thoughts are just going to continue to procreate, literally give birth to your own internal negative thoughts, right?
Yes. Yeah, so we are optimists. I mean, we are completely aware of what's going on and love to have that awareness. Kundalini yoga, which we practice, is the yoga of awareness. So we're not just turning our heads and looking the other way, but we choose to focus on the positive, and we choose to fill our subconscious minds because we know that everything coming at us, like this news story, is really going into our subconscious if we want to or not. So we choose to, not look at those things every day and to really fill our world with positive messages and to really just surround ourselves with choosing our thoughts positively.
Right. And I mean, we are so powerful and we all forget how powerful we really are. So these negative thoughts and these negative emotions that you attach to these thoughts really do manifest in your world, and they just continue to create more and more and more. And so you do have the power to go the complete opposite way, but you have to choose those thoughts and choose those emotions to get you out of that. And so the further down that you go with this negative spiral, the harder it is to get out of it. So it's constantly, we teach like constantly moving back up the emotional scale into the joy, into the happiness, into the love. And when that happens, some of this stuff, like even watching these stories, of course we want to be aware of it, but we're not polarized. We're looking at it going, okay, that's awful, but I'm trying not to have a feeling about it because I don't want to bring that into my awareness and into my energy field, because that emotion behind that thought that I see, if I really feel this, it's going to manifest in my own energy field, and I don't want that.
Interesting, because it's so true, because what you think about, you bring about.
Yes,
and the
very
world
true.
that you create is the world that you believe.
Mm-hmm.
Now, are there going to be more of Facebook Live killings? Absolutely, because that's the world that we live in nowadays, right?
It is.
But I skimmed through the article. I don't want to read it. Is it horrific? Absolutely horrific. It's one of the worst things that I've heard in so long.
Yes.
But once again, I don't need to talk about it. For one, I don't know the person. Two, I don't really know what he went through and what pain. There's no pain in the world that should ever make you take a child's life, ever.
No.
But once again, the deeper dive that we go into this, the more depressed we become, the more we write about this, the more we post about it, and the more negativity we're going to attract in our own life. Just like all the people out there who are still crying over the election.
Yes, exactly.
You know, there's so much of that.
The polarization of the world is so, we are so on one side or the other, and that doesn't help anyone. You know, looking at the world from a middle ground, neutral space and neutral mind is what we always talk about that in yoga, having a neutral mind in meditation. That is really where we need to sit, because that is where you can start to create the world that you want.
That's where you can start to manifest happiness and things that you desire. That's when you attract, everything that we're all searching for, which is happiness.
Love.
And love.
Love.
Exactly.
And so that strong emotion of like, I love Donald Trump or I hate Donald Trump. It's like that's such a strong emotion attached to that is it's manifesting both sides. So having a neutral mind about it and just like taking it in for what it is, and trying to make the best of it and choosing all the best thoughts that come out of all the situations that happen with all of the stuff moving forward with politics, that's being neutral.
I'm very neutral. I've always been neutral in politics. It's not my thing.
Yeah.
Is a politician going to change my life drastically? Not at all, because I am the master of my own universe.
Exactly.
Right? I believe that the universe is something that I create. We create our own universe every single day.
Yes.
We make a conscious choice to create our universe. Now, we're filled with negative things. We have an ex that might be busting our chops, right? We have a friend that might be going through something. Someone might ask you for money. A homeless person might trigger you in a certain way, right? Your mother might say something like, oh my God, it's like, and this happens to a lot of people. I don't understand, okay? You're X amount of years old right now, and you still haven't had a baby. What's going on, right? Trigger. It's how
or that
we
dress
choose.
doesn't look good on you. What?
Right.
So many little things.
Right. We have to choose the information wisely, and we have to realize, and I use that with I am statements, and that's what Kundalini Yoga is so great, is that it really fills your heart with love and joy and everything else, and it's like this psychic little healing. And I told you I do this up in the air thing, and I feel really wonderful afterwards. This deep breathing 30-second exercise, and I'm like, fuck, that's pretty amazing, because I choose my reality. My reality is pretty amazing. Do I have stuff I need to deal with? Ugh. Do I have people in my life that are really not the greatest people in the world? Absolutely. There are always people you need to deal with in that sense, but I don't give them power because they want to take you down.
Of course.
And that's what the media, social media, is trying to do, is trying to take us down the rabbit hole.
Yes, it's trying to suppress us so that we're not as aware, so that we're not in the mindset to create and to be like these kings and these queens. That's why Kundalini Yoga was only taught to kings and queens at first, because they didn't want, the lesser society, as they thought of it as at the time, to have that awareness.
Right, exactly. It's like, one of those things that we think there's only a certain amount of resources and abundance for the world. So those that know how to get that abundance, they don't want to share it because they're feeling greedy and selfish. But that's completely wrong, and there's enough. There is more than enough for everyone in the world.
Yeah, so that's the lack mindset. Yeah. So we focus on working with the abundant mindset and the sharing and the love and all of that, because there is enough to go around for all of us.
Like, absolutely enough.
Plenty of money. There's
Yeah.
plenty of money. Money is a relationship, and money is an energy.
Right.
And every single day you make a choice of abundance. You ever go to Cafe Gratitude?
Yes,
Okay.
we love it.
So love Cafe Gratitude. I used to sit there every day for lunch, and I used to talk to people, and there were people that would be like, I just don't want money. I don't believe in money at all. And I look at them and I said, are you out of your mind? I said, I go to this great hotel. My best friend, the money paid for the whole thing, right? My best friend, the money paid for everything. And the fact is, the money has enabled me to live this great lifestyle. It's a relationship, and that's the relationships that we need
Right.
to choose in our life. So can you give them, based on the social media, is there like this meditation or something that we can help people who read social media all day long? Because the average person spends 3.5 to 5 hours a day on social media, from Facebook to Instagram and other things. How do we get them to filter through this and at the end of the day go to sleep? Because this is what happens. People are reading social media before sleep. So you're taking these negative thoughts, other people's shit, like people complain. How come there are no good men out there? Men in Chicago suck, right? And you're literally taking that into your subconscious mind throughout your sleep, and all you're hearing about is men suck, right? So you wake up that day, and instead of being light and beautiful and cheery, men tend to suck. So how do we get rid of this information, these things? Well, give them a good meditation or something that can make them erase it.
I would say for that specifically, the easiest, quickest thing that we can explain right now is to just bring in gratitude before you go to sleep. Because you're right, what you think about all night settles within your cells and within your subconscious, and then that's how you wake up. So if you can just think or write down what you're grateful for, the good in your life, focus on that. Focus on little details. You can walk. You have, whatever it is that you're so grateful for and that other people don't have and you really should appreciate. And focus on that before you go to sleep specifically.
I like that.
And you'll wake up better. But meditation in general will really help to just bounce that stuff off of you. And we talk a lot about different ways that you can actually protect your energy as well, which can help. But gratitude is so powerful.
It really, really is like one of the most powerful things that you can do. We love to do it before bed, and actually in the morning, first thing is
gratitude.
Yeah, it's part of our morning routine.
Yeah.
We have a 15-minute morning routine that we do.
Because you keep you're going to keep everything that you've already manifested in place, but then you're also welcoming in more abundance, health, wealth, happiness, more of that into your system, when you're into your energy field, when you're actually grateful and you're practicing that because you're choosing a higher thought.
I like that. Okay, so where can they reach you? Because I know that 15-minute, morning practice is really important.
It's the most important thing you can do.
I every day I wake up and I try to remember, sometimes I forget, I thank the universe for another great day. Let the gift be unwrapped today and see what magic happens today. That's always been my thing, and I find when I don't say it, all of a sudden my day is not exactly the same way. All of a sudden the little things start to get to me, and there's always going to be little things that will get to you, and I'll play the tenfold rule. If somebody dragged you down a hole that you don't need to go down and you spend that money, you'll get 10 times that amount back with gratitude for the lesson that you had and the opportunity to then go and earn that money back because you're finally free of that negative energy that's been plaguing you.
And that is called showing up.
Yes.
You showed up. No matter what, if it was a kind of a negative experience in your mind where you actually had to go release something, because now you've released it and now you've had that experience, it will take you to another level. So showing up for the path that is placed in front of you is going to get you where you need to go, and that's where a lot of people get lost. They're like, I don't know about this. This is different. And they don't show up for it, and then they never get anywhere else than where they are.
Yeah, that's why they're stuck. I always call it the bald tire in a snowstorm on a mountain.
Right.
You're never going to go anywhere but spin and spin and spin. And that's why 95% of the people spin their wheels 24/7, and then they try to blame other people for their spinning. How do they reach you?
Okay, sorry.
So we're on...
That's okay. We went off on another tangent. Which is
I'm really good at taking us on those.
So am I. My brain works in tangents. I can sit here. We can talk for 17 hours. And I'm sure none of us will go to sleep. And the next thing you know, we'll be like, oh my God, you got a baby to take care of. What's going on? Oh my God, wait, I got a husband to take care of. We're in Tangent World. Tangent World is my favorite world to go down.
It's mine too.
I love Tangent World. I take a vacation and I'm in Tangent World for 2 weeks. And I have to, usually when I date somebody, I got to make sure, do you like Tangent World? And they go, what is that? I go, that's when we go somewhere and we basically ignore everybody that's around us and we just literally go off on some tangent, and then other people will come in and be like, we're the leading man, we're the leading woman in this movie, and they're the secondary characters, and they're just going to
feed more info to the tangent.
Right.
I can take us on a new tangent.
Yes, I love tangents. Tangents are my favorite. Look, I'm an ex-stoner, so that was like the perfect thing for me. Let's smoke pot with David. That's what they wanted to originally do this podcast, was smoking pot with David. I said that would have been my podcast 20 years ago, right? Because it would have just been one tangent after another, and you see we're going on another tangent. Okay, how do they reach both of you?
So we're at highvibeliving.com, and we're on Instagram at highvibeliving and YouTube at highvibeliving TV.
Yeah.
Perfect. That's easy. We're bringing you back, and we're going to talk about something. Maybe we'll talk a little bit about the horoscope stuff, which I think is interesting. I've never done that. And then maybe you can say, I can finally figure out why I cannot, not say can't, because there's no such word as can't, but why the difficulty of having that relationship since I became very evolved, and learned my lessons and no longer practice my stories or triggers, right? Why now all of a sudden, now knowing myself, is that relationship just kind of like, well, we'll talk about that.
Okay.
All right.